Alrighty, and we are good to go. I think we are. Yep. All right, guys. So, welcome to the show. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be testing out one of my scenarios for mission for solitaire. This is going to be Festung Budapest. As you know, I'm working on this. Been a week and a half now, and I'm starting to burn out from it. But needs must. We must get this done. So, this is going to be the first mission of four. Capture the railway station, which is basically going to be a mashup of a couple things. So the first one is going to be um, Uncles and Pups. This is done by Bill Cirillo for Festung Budapest, first scenario in the Festung Budapest module. And it's only 4.5 turns, but I'm going to basically do a mashup of this as well as the first initial scenario for the campaign game one, and I'm turning it into this mission. So it's going to be a little bit more involved than that initial scenario. It's a little bit more information. If you've never done solitaire mission, this may be all Greek to you, but this is a standard thing. I'm also using some information I got from Valor of the Guards mission, mission number one, done by Jeff Wright. So I'm giving those guys credit, and I'm just mashing it all together and turning it into this mission here. So what do we have? It's the same map that you're using for effectively for uh, well, I guess the top left corner of the northwest map sheet, and we're going to have 125 concealment counters, suspects, if you will. That could be anything from a half squad all the way up to a tank, maybe a flamethrower tank, and we have no idea what it's going to be. And we have our Russian units going to be entering from off board. I basically have until turn 8, depending. It's going to end anywhere from turn 5 to turn 8. We don't know. To try and capture this cogwheel station and gain a bunch of victory points. We want to amass more than the enemy. And of course, the usual caveats apply um, on what we can do to get victory points. So, what do? We have to kill a whole bunch of Hungarians. And we're already starting off with 5 CVP because we have we rolled really poorly for AC. They're going to have a 4, which means on a single die of 4 or less, these units are going to be activating. Now, we have modifiers for activation. Let me bring that up. Modifiers for activation are going to be -1 if you're in a VPO. And what else is there? Activated unit that's already in the same building or within 2 hexes of you. So VPO, if you're in a higher level, yeah, these two here are going to be applying. So basically anything but a 6 and maybe a 5 in some cases means this is going to be a lot of activation. On the plus side, I do have a lot of units, including a complete engineer company, a full rifle company, and a lot of armor to deal with, as well as an 80mm OBA, which is plentiful ammunition, and an offboard, a pre-registered hex. So I do have 7 black chits, 2 red, to drop a lot of OBA. I was thinking of dropping a 200mm Katyusha on these guys, but I figured I'd just get some fighter bomber usage as well as another tank platoon, and I do get an armor leader this time, so I figured that'd probably be a better use for the points rather than a one-shot Katyusha, even though a 200mm would do wonders for clearing up some of that NOS that's out there. All right, let's get the party started, as it were. We have no snow yet. The conditions are wet. And let's see what is going down with the wind change. No results. So let's go prep. We'll start with our OBA. Now we do have a pre-reg, so we need a 4 or less to drop down our barrage smoke, which we're going to try and block off the access for our guys to enter the fray. So we're going to need a 4 or less. Well, that sucks. We're going to convert right immediately. So let's bring in the AR. Now, where does it land? 4 for 2. So it's going to come here, which, I guess it's okay, but it's not the greatest. And we'll put our smoke down. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're extra. Yeah. Wait. You're there. There we go. All right, so these can go away. Well, we'll keep the prereg there, but we'll get rid of our barrage markers for now. We don't need those. Yeah, it's not, again, not the greatest. I should have, could have been better if I rolled by 4 less, but oh well. At least we get some smoke. We get a little obscuration, so we can go to movement phase now, and we'll start advancing onto the board. Let's bring our planes on. We'll just hold them over here for now. All right, so I'm going to throw this guy for sacrifice right now. We're going to use bypass on this building, which is going to activate this guy here. Now, you are in a VPO, so you're going to need a 5 or less to activate. Oh, good. Right off the bat. Very nice. The guy up on the first level will need a 5 or less as well. All right, so he's going to activate. This is with a +2, is an 11. And according to my tables, 11's going to get us a this. Jesus. All right. Well, all right. So we're going to get a squad. We're going to get a leader, fortification, and a support weapon. So we have a force and an 8. Fours, so we're gonna have a Vanier 447. Actually, I believe for my scenario, I've defined what they're gonna be. Yeah, right here. All right, so I ignore that. So I'm gonna draw MMCs. I need to have 2 of them. So this is a Vanier. This is a Vanier. And then I need a leader, which is a 3. That's going to be probably a 10-2. Yeah, -1 if accompanied by a Van A is going to be a 10-3. Jesus. Wow. That's going to hurt. And fortification result as well is a 5 -1 for being elite. And that is going to be... Actually, no, Van A are not elite. They're first line, aren't they? Oh, no, they are elite. Okay. Yep. So it's going to be a fortified building location. All right. So we need a fortified building location on the first level, which means the ground floor is as well. Get over there. Cooperate. All right. So we have 2 Vaniers, 2 Vanets, excuse me. So 2 of you with a 10-2. That's going to be a bad day for that guy. Or 10-3, I should say. And then we had a support weapon, which is a 6. 6 gets us a medium 2. If it's other than elite, change to half squad, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're just going to get a medium. So that's going to be 12 firepower with a -5. Well, that guy's rip. That guy is rip. 4 on the 12. 4 on the 12 is a 3 check. That is not horrible, actually. Holy shit, he lived. Okay. Well, okay. So the 6 residual in that hex, which is really going to suck for my guys falling up. Wow. All right, so these guys here are not going to activate. They're going to need a 5 as well. I cannot believe that guy lived. Oh, my snipers. What are my snipers? They are at 5 for the Hungarians. Allied are at 3. Axis are 3 elite, and we are at 2 for the non-elites. Allied are at 4. And they're at a level A, so it's going to be an 11 for booby traps for those guys. Wow, I cannot believe he did that. He lived. All right, so we have a activation, and this up 2 is going to be a 8, which is a half squad. All right, so what kind is it? It is another Venet half squad. So we have a 247 this time. And we're going to fire on the 4 table with a -2. On the 1 table with a -2. 2 on the 1 is a 1 check. That is enough to break. So you'll be inside the building, and you guys are final fired. All right, so that is great. Now for my second trick. How the hell do I do this? If I come to this location for... Oh, I didn't even do my command die roll, did I? If we have a 9-2 here, command die roll. All right, so he's in command, which means everybody within 2 will be as well. All right, so no harm, no foul. So the 9-2 is in, which means this guy is in, which means the 7-0 is in, and everybody, of course, is as well. This tank. Thank you very much. You're in command, which means you guys can move. You're going to come here for 1. You're going to enter this location for 2. You guys are going to final for... Oh, you had rate on the medium as well. So this is going to be 4, 8 firepower with a -3. You're going to pop smoke when you get to this location. Let's hide those. We don't need those for now. You're going to enter the map board, and you're going to pop smoke at the same time. And I believe, because you're considered elite, you get a +1 to your ammo depletion, which means you're going to need a 7. All right, so you do get smoke in your location, which is good. And that means that it's going to be a -1 on the 8 table. All right, so you guys are finaled, and 9 is a pinning task check for this guy. Pinned, and 447 is pinned. All right, so they're pinned. Rip. All right. That's fine, and the tank's going to stop. Spend a bunch of delay. Now, you guys will not be able to activate because of the smoke. And we'll go to you guys. Now, how am I going to do this? Let's bring in the 7-0 and the 458. You guys are going to go 1. And then 3. All right, that's going to activate this guy. And he will need a 4 or less, 5 or less because of EPO. All right, so that's active, and it's going to be a. That's really not good. We have a half squad, fortification, and we have a gun. All right, so again, per my mission rules, we have a gun, so we don't use this information right here. We just roll as per normal. However, we'll have to roll on the squad, which will be a 6. Is going to be a conscript. A 336 conscript squad. Which is whatever this is. So 126. Okay. And fortification is going to be with a +1 now. So it's still going to be fortified. So we'll give you that. We'll generate a gun. On my gun table, it's going to be... inside, generate an 11, which is a 105 artillery. Woof. NA for CG1, so I got to re-roll. 7 is the same thing. 10. We have a 75 long AT. German 75 long. So we're going to have a German gun crew with a 75 long. All right, so let's fire the squad. It's going to be a 2-up-2. And then fire the main gun. So 2 minus 2 cancels. It's going to be an 8 or less. That is a hit rate of fire. And then on the 12, we have a 5 on the 12. Should be a 2 check. 5 on the 12 is in fact a 2. 7-0 is pinned, and a sniper check, and a 6 or less. Squad's good. All right, so this guy is fine. 7-0's pinned. And I'll use rate to fire again after I do a sniper. No sniper. All right, so now I'm acquired. Now I need a 9 or less to hit. And I hit. I am at ammo shortage level 1, so I got to be careful with my shots. If I roll a 12 or an 11 sometimes, it could be really bad. I'll start ELRing. All right, so I hit again. This is my last shot. And yeah, so on the 12, we have that, so no effect. And I'm acquired twice. And a pesky 126 is going to keep me from jumping in that building. All right, so first fire for that. Residual, we have 6 now in that location, so I guess I'm not going to move in those other guys. You're going to come here for 1. You'll come here for 2. Sorry, for 3 extra for the smoke. You can't even go into here because you'd have to CX. That would be 1, 3, 5. No, 6 because of the smoke. You're going to CX, and you're going to come into the building here. This tank, I need a command die roll for that guy. And he is good. So let's go down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to be wary of Panzerfaust. This guy is not a worry. He will activate because I'll be adjacent, but he's not going to hit me with anything because of smoke. This guy and this guy will be interesting. Panzerfaust from an upper level, I'm not worried about because the backblast, the ground floor will be interesting. I could move into here and then do vehicle smoke as well, which I think I'm going to do. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Hungarians with a 0 modifier of 4 hexes. So you guys will not activate. This would be 5. You're going to now activate, so you're going to need a 4 or less. All right, so you do this up 2 is a 9 is a squad. Yeah, squad. And our squad is going to be a Vinay 447. Uh, yeah, he'd be firing with a +4. +4 on the 8 table. No, strike that. +7 because he's firing into smoke. So he's not going to do that. He can't do street fighting because he's not in a building. He can't even see for that matter because of the smoke. You're going to pivot. No, you're not. You're going to stay where you are. You're going to spend your last move for 6 to come here. You're going to pop smoke. You need a 7 or less. And you do get it. So I'll get one of you. Right there. You guys are going to activate. Yeah, you guys would activate as you enter the hex, but you would not get a chance to fire because the smoke would, I believe, prevent you from shooting. Is that right? At what point would you activate? When you enter the hex or when the smoke goes off? I don't think that's going to be answered in the rules section. Would that be answered in the vehicle smoke? I suppose it would, wouldn't it? Cannot coincide with any expenditure for any other use. So that means I have to spend 1 point to go in, then I have to fire my smoke. Ew. Right. Well, that answers that question, which means I am probably going to be screwed here. Um, let's do some activation. All right, so this isn't in place yet. I have to live through all that fire before I can activate that. So you would be firing at an 8 up 4. No point doing a Panzerfaust check. Let's do an 8 up 4. 8 on the 8 is an NMC. So you 458, 447, and the 447. So you guys break. You're first fired. We have 4 residual in that location. Now you're going to activate because we're still good order. That would be a +1, and we are 2 hex range. 3 hexes is the limit. Okay, so that'll be activation. You need a 4 or less. All right, so you're activated as a up 2 is an 11. And I need a shit. Wow. All right, so 1, 2, that is a 337 and a Venet. 347. Yeah, so we have a 347. We have a Venet. And then we have a leader, which is a 9. The -1 is an 8, so we have an 8-0. Where'd my 8-0 go? And then we had a fortification. We have a 4. 4 is an entrenchment. So that would be a foxhole with a 2 foxhole. And then we have a support weapon, which is a 4. What is that, a medium? Heavy. 1, 3. Squad type is non-AE. 5, 3, 4, 4, 7 Venade, then replaced with a DC. 3 mana units change to 2, 4, 7 or a 1, 2, 6. So we're going to take one of those squads and replace it with a 2, 4, 7 half squad with a heavy. Okay, so let's put this to half squad. Nope, not you. And give the Venet dude a heavy. Okay, well, shit just got worse. All right, so we're going to have 8 firepower with a +0 coming into this location. 8 up 0. 8 up 1 because of the orchard. 7 on the 8 is a 1 check, so the 8-0. Broken, and the 458 is fine. Broken, and the broken guy. So this guy is a half. And you are fine, sniper. Sniper, we got a sniper. 6 for 6. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's gonna land on you guys. And 1, 2. So you are pinned. You already are pinned. So All right, now I rolled a 5 on the IFT, a 5 on the colored dice, no rate of fire. And that is fine. You guys are first fired. Now I can do other activation. Let's go to the first guy on the upper level. And he needs that. Well, he's activated. This up 2 is a squad. Squad is a conscript. That's going to be on the 2 flat. No effect. And then the bottom floor will be -1 for VPO location. That'll be active as a up 2 is a squad. Squad is going to be again a 3, 4, 7. And again 2 flats. Wow. Allied sniper. 3 on the 2 is a 1 check once more. So we have a... Oh wait, the leader broke, didn't he? Right, so we have a leader needs to take a 1 check. Broke, dead. And the 458 is fine. The half squad is gone. This broken squad is half squad. And now leader lost task check for, or morale check for that guy. And the half squad. Yeah, well. Well, the 458 lived. He lived to tell about it. All right. Now I can pop smoke. A little bit late to the party, but the point is he did it. And that's that. All right, so what else can I do? You guys are gonna go 1, 2. Command die roll. 1, 2, 3. I guess that's all you can do. You're open top. They can't get too close. You'll come to there. Assume you don't panic. You don't. All right, you guys are in command because of the 9-2s. You're just going to jump into the building for now. Now I got engineers here. And I have to bring them on. So let's bring the tank. You panic. Shit. All right, well. This is going to be very painful. Let's move these guys first. We're going to come here for 1. And then we're going to jump onto the embanked railway for 2. No, that's probably suicidal, but I need to activate these guys here. So we're going to start with the top. The upper floor is, yeah. All right, this up 2 is at 12. $12 gets me a gun with a frickin' fortification, if it's fortified, and a half squad. All right, so let's see for fortified. We are fortified, so that means we can get a gun, which is going to be a 8. All right. 8 inside is a 75 long AT gun. Well, all right. And the squad is going to be a conscript. Good news, bad news. All right, so let's clone this. Throw in our 75 long with the German crew. And we'll throw in a conscript. So this guy's going to fire a 2 down 2. No effect. And then we'll fire the main cannon. It'll be down 4, so it's going to be anything but a 12. All right, so that hits. That's a critical. And this, well, no effect, I guess. 7 on the 24 is a 3 check. Holy shit, he lived. Sniper. No sniper. Okay, rate, however, I don't get it because the I only use one move to go up the little hillock. All right, the guy in the ground floor. Could have used a 6 there. 7 up 2 is a squad. Squad's going to be a Venet. This might hurt. All right, so 8 down 2. 5 is going to be a 2 check. Yeah, couldn't handle it. You have 3. No, you have a 4 ELR, so you're just going to be broken. Oop. Not that. You're going to be broken. All right. Now you had rate, so this is going to suck. You're going to fire right on my flamethrower tank. How do I do this now? Let's bring you on. You're going to go 1, 2. Would I fire? A player would not fire on that. A player would keep this, but this is solitaire, right? I think I'm going to take a task check. If I pass, I'm not going to fire. All right, so I passed my task check, so I'm not going to fire. I'm going to activate this guy on the upper floor. And he passes, or he successfully activates. So what do we have? This up 2. Not that. I need this table here. We have a 4. 4 is squad and a half squad. Okay. Squad, half squad. Vinay, half squad and a squad. And a leader. Fortification. Fortified, of course. And a support weapon. All right, so we have a Vinay. We have a 247. Our leader is going to be a modify 4, which gets us a 9-2. We are fortified. And support weapon is a 7, which is nothing. All right, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be a 6 down 4. All right, 6 on the 6 is a 1 check. And they break. All right, now I have no choice. I have to bring on my flamethrower tank, so we're just going to assault move 1. The AT gun is going to fire. And last shot, it's going to be a hull hit. Do I hit? I think I don't hit. I think I'm going to miss because I have a restricted aim. I've only seen it for one movement as a +2. Motion vehicle is a +4. I'm using black to hit numbers, so it's a base 10. With a +4, I would need a 6 or less, so I miss. I am acquired, though. I did say assault move. Why did I say that? I should have realized that. I could have bolted in. And I'm facing the wrong way. This guy here is going to activate. And this up 2 is a squad. Squad's going to be another Venet. So far, we've only got one dummy out of all this. Out of 11 live and one dummy. All right, so 4 flat against those guys. Wait, that's a -1 because of the flamethrower. 4 down 1. 4 on the 4 is a 1. Leader. Broken, and the squad is fine. And they don't have to take a task check, so the Sniper's fine. First fired for you. Now you guys can go pretty well unhindered now. So if I move as a stack, nothing can shoot me. You guys on the hill will not activate. You're too far away. Too many modifiers. You'd be looking through smoke. None of you would activate. You guys can't see. Yeah, I can move as a stack, so this could be 1. No, let's not do that. That would be silly. Let's go the flamethrower guy first. And the leader. We're going to go 1 into the road. We're going to go 2 for the hedge, and then 3 into there. This guy's going to final. He's going to be a 4 plus 4 down 1. So 4 up 3. No effect. And then you guys will go 1, 2, 3, 4 up on top of the embanked railway. And then lastly, I have you guys to move. How do we go? How do we go? How do we go? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do an overrun with a flamethrower tank? He's final fired. This might be worth doing. 1, 2, 3. This would be actually 1, 2, 3, 4 because of the smoke. This would cost me a quarter of my move, which would be another 5. That would be 9. That would be 9. Plus cost of terrain would be 10. and smoke would be 11. It would be one hell of an attack because I would be shooting with my 32, which would not be halved or tripled. And on top of that, I would have another 6. So I would be attacking with 38 firepower. On the 36 column, I would be attacking him in the smoke. I think I'm going to do that. So we're not going to use armored assault. We're going to go separate. We're going to go 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 10, 11, 12 of the smoke. Do the overrun. You're final fired, so you can't really do anything till after my attack. So I'm going to attack you with my overrun. Yep, you're dead. And I still have... Could I do another one? So this would be 13. 5 would be 18. Plus cost strain would be 19. I would have to do ESB for 2 points. That would be sweet. But a little risky. I don't think I want to do that just now. I'm going to stay in the safety of the smoke for now. Let's bring you guys on the board, though. So you're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll hang out in the smoke. All right, so my dudes are on the board. Not too shabby. Could have been a lot better. By the way, whoever developed the Van A, the casualty bin does not like him. I'm not sure why. It's like this one? No, it doesn't like him. If anybody's watching that knows anybody developing these things, it does not like the Festung Budapest pack with the Van A. For some reason, doesn't like him. Just an FYI. All right. So what is the tally, anyways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're at 7. And I have another 5 for a total of 10. Right, again, victory conditions are I have to control this building right here. And more VP than them. Right now I'm winning on VP. All right, so that was a quite lengthy movement phase. And now let's do defending fire. I don't think I have any. Everything's shot. This is finaled. Finaled. Shot you. Advancing fire. Do I have any? You're in the smoke, so I'm not going to bother with you guys. You are not pinned. Can I do anything with this guy? 4 up 4. That's really not going to play, is it? Residual get away. Defending fire get away. And let's go advancing fire. Now, I do have bounding fire on this guy, so I can't even shoot. Not that I would anyways, too much smoke. Um, hmm. Everything here is broken and my tank is facing the wrong way. Completely the wrong way. I said I was doing an assault move. I completely forgot to turn this guy before I stopped. And I was going to get a side shot from this guy in the next phase. Although I suppose I could do a pivot. I could have pivoted my turret at least. One, two, three. Hey, wait a minute. I can fire long range, can I? Flamethrower tank could fire long range with a 3 hex, and that would be halved, wouldn't it? I believe that is the case. Flamethrower tank. I don't think I've ever used a flamethrower tank before. Yeah, FPS underscore number range is 2. So I could fire long range because I do have an underscored. That would be on the 16 table. That would be on the 16 table. Let's do that. On the upper floor, 16. 6 on the 16. That's pretty good. 2 check. 2 check for the gun crew. All right. This might save my bacon. The gun crew is fine. And the Haskell we don't care about. Now those guys are ELR of 2, which means you're disrupted. And I would have preferred the gun crew break, not those guys. But what can you do? What can you do? All right. Now, I could fire the main cannon too. Oh, there it is. There's the stream bot. Waiting for that to show up. Yeah, I guess I may as well get some acquisition. All right, so this is a shot. Oh, Jesus. Well, close enough. All right, now, what else can I shoot? So much smoke. I'm actually hindering myself with my own smoke. It's not good. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything else. Let's go route phase. You don't have to move because you're not adjacent. Prep Fire. You guys have to move. Let's start with you. You don't have to because you're under the vehicle. So you guys are going to move under the vehicle. You'll low crawl there. You guys are going to have to low crawl to this hex. No quarters in effect, so you can do that. Or would you be... Yeah, you always use low crawl to get away. No quarters in effect. You're fine up there. And I think that is it. Let me go advance phase. And let's go into here. That's going to activate the guy in the upper floor. No, that is stone -1. Yeah, so you're activated. This up 2 is going to be another bad roll. All right, so modified 12 gets us another half squad fortification and a gun. Fortified, yep, gun. A 6 is going to be a 75 long German. Wow. All right, so we're in one of these situations again. All right, so, well, on the plus side, we are now in a fortified location. On the bad side, we have a gun upstairs that we can't get. So, yeah. And we're going to get a half squad, which is going to be an A half squad, 247. Sitting there as well. Shrouded in smoke. Okay, other advances. Let's come in here. We'll move under our flamethrower tank. Maybe not the best idea, but... let's go on the ground floor. We'll come here. Mortars move up. Fire base is useless right now. This flamethrower to the front. Everything's pinned or whatever. I'm kind of jammed into a corner. It's really not looking that great for the Russians, to be honest. I got a lot of units, but being sandwiched in is really not helping me. Yeah. All right, so that is that. No close combat. And we're into the Hungarian turn 1. I forgot to do... no, they don't get that. And they don't get any air support, so at least there's that. So I'll see if I can bring my Air Force on. Anyway, that was just going to be a short stream today. I just wanted to test out the original launch, see how it went. I'm going to probably jump on tomorrow again. Maybe I'll do it tonight too, just to finish off this game, see how it went. I got to do some stuff around the house. Snowing again here in good old Petawawa, Ontario, so that kind of sucks. We're hoping to get spring on the go, but it is what it is. If anybody that's watching is playing along with this mission testing, let me know what your experience is, and I'm hoping to get some more playtesters to test out Festung Budapest. And if you're not aware, I'm also writing up rules now for Cannon Proof Piper, so that's going to be coming out shortly as well. And remember, the end state is to submit this for inclusion in Solitaire 3rd edition. So as soon as I get playtesters, I can get testing, and then I can submit this to MMP and get included in that. Wouldn't that be awesome? So yeah, hopefully I'll see some more input there. Remember, my Discord, it's going to be in the link for the video description. And we'll see you guys hopefully tonight. And yeah, you guys have a good day. and we'll see you guys soon.